Good morning. It's Alex from the Trailer Toy Store. We have a customer that dropped off their new Ford F350 Super Duty to have a B&W Gooseneck turnover ball hitch installed this morning. So we're going to take a few videos and some pictures of the installation to show you how easy it is. And all right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this guy's hitch out so that we don't bust our head on it. Also his sleeve, since this has a bigger hitch on it. And then we're going to take the lock out so we can lower the spare tire. You can see the tire lowering now, all the way down to the ground. Well, we're ready to start an installation process. Some of the tools we've got: 1/2-inch drive impact, regular 18-volt drill, torque wrench, 4-inch hole saw, tape measure, 3/4 and 15/16 sockets and wrenches, ball peen hammer, and then here's the different parts. Just look how thick the metal that is, and those welds. I'm really pleased with the quality here. American built. And look at the thickness of that metal. Here's the hitch itself. When we're done, this piece will be sticking up through the bed. And here's the ball that'll go in there. Again, really thick, heavy duty pieces. Okay, so from the very end of the bed, 45.5 inches, made a mark, and now we need to find the distance, the center between the fender wells, and then make a crosshairs and drill our hole. Okay, we're getting ready to make our first hole. We're going to use a center punch to guide the drill bit, and then drill us a pilot hole before we use our hole saw. Alright, we made the hole. It's round. Went ahead and coated the inside of the bed there with some protective paint. It's one of the recommendations Ford makes for their aluminum bodied vehicles now. So I'm going to let that dry while I go get some lunch. When I come back, we'll start putting everything in. Alright, we're fortunate enough to have a pit, so we can work underneath the truck rather than having to roll around on the ground. We're going to lower the exhaust system by loosening this bracket, and then also there's another bracket right there, and that'll give us more clearance between the exhaust and the bottom of the bed. Okay, we got the outer frame rail brackets installed with the bolt still loose, that way we can adjust it as needed. Next, we're going to start building cross members, and that's going to be these 4 pieces here. Alright, we're making some progress. We got the rear cross member installed along with the front cross member installed, leaving all the bolts just kind of snug at the moment so that we can have room to work and get everything to bolt up properly. Alright, we got the center section set in. Bolts are loose, but we can snug them up now. Looking good. Here's what it looks like from the underside. So we got 4 bolts on the front cross member, and then we got another 4 on the rear cross member. We're going to finish lining everything up and snug everything down and torque it, and we'll be good. Alright, made a good amount of progress. It doesn't look much different, but we were able to go through and tighten up all the bolts. The 1/2-inch bolts are tightened to 100 foot-pounds. The 5/8 bolts are tightened to 150. We also put our lever in so that you can release the hitch from outside the truck. So we're ready to drop that in next, and also insert the safety chain loops next. Now we're on the top side, ready to drop the hitch in. Got the pin pulled back, you can see. Here's our ball. Very nice. It just drops right in there like that. Then on the left side you've got the latch. Push it back and let it go. And the pin now has gone through the ball so it doesn't come out. On the bottom side here, you can see this is the lever that we just released. And then this slides through. And now you can see the pin that goes all the way through the hitch and to the other side. Alright, we're getting closer. I had to drill 4 more holes for these U-bolts. Feed those down from the top. Those will be where the safety chains hook up to from the trailer. And then we have these springs, and they go over the U-bolt, and then we put a washer and a nut on it and just run it down flush. And then that way it's spring loaded so the hooks don't stick up in the bed. Okay, we got our hooks for our safety chains put in. Spring loaded. Now we're going to have to reattach the exhaust brackets that we took down earlier. And I think we're done. Alright, we got our hitch put in the Ford F350, so we're going to test it out with this Doolittle dump trailer. It's one of our biggest units currently. It's 82 inches wide in the bed by 16 feet long, and it's set up to handle 16,000 pounds. So that's why it's got these heavy duty axles underneath of it. It also has taller sides, it's got 3-foot sides. So it makes it a really nice unit to haul just about anything. But we're just going to drag it around empty just for checking out our hitch to make sure we did everything correctly. This guy's got all kinds of cameras around this truck, which makes it easy for hooking this trailer up. Alright, everything hooked up fairly easy, no issues. Got the safety chains hooked up, got the coupler down on the ball. Turn the truck just to make sure plenty of clearance, and there is no issues.